I don't even know if I'm going to put this out, but I just had a strange desire, push, nudge, whatever, to do a reading on Jayz and Beyonce. Okay, so that's what I've done. All right. I started shuffling and 2 cards flew out together. The Hierophant card and the 5 of Cups, but I am doing my typical 9 card spread. I have also pulled some intuitive Kipperish Oracle deck cards, along with Whispers of the Unsolved, because I wanted to get a little bit more in depth, especially considering that there have been so many conspiracies that have come about just in this last year alone. But I also think that it's been going on for a while. So this is really not, what I'm doing here is really not unheard of. So we come across the Hierophant of 5 Cups. I immediately thought this is a disappointment in the marriage. This is how I take it. He's a serial cheater. Okay? This guy does not only sleep with Beyonce, and he hasn't either, even when before they were married. Okay? The Hierophant has to do with marriage, and it has to do with religious beliefs and traditions, and it's the traditional wedding ceremony, the vows that are taken, right? And it comes out with the Change card and Red Flag. And what's interesting about this card is that, like, it's really telling me that that Beyonce knew that she marrying him would be a huge risk, and she already knew the red flags. Okay, she saw it before she went down that aisle. And the Change card coming out here is showing me that she thought that he would change, or she thought that she could change him. So her entrance into the marriage overall was about her feeling as though she was going to be the one to I don't know, that their marriage would change the situation. That's definite. She thought entering the marriage would change his ways. She knew about other women prior to the marriage. And she went against her better judgment. She went against every spiritual insight that she has, and she followed through. And what happened was she had her 5 of Cups moment. Okay, the 5 of Cups is regret and failure and disappointment, and sort of like this feeling abandoned and unloved within the marriage. And here's the kicker. It's something that has been happening in her bloodline, in her family lineage. This cycle has been happening. And she thought that she was going to be the cure to break the curse. She sees it as a curse. She doesn't... okay, I'm gonna put this out there. Beyonce, I don't know what she practices, but I do know that she has seen the light side of spirituality and the dark side of spirituality. So we're talking a white witch, light magic against a dark witch, black magic, okay? But I also think that she just wanted to kill, okay, the curse. She really just wanted to kill the curse. And she did not succeed in that. But I think she convinced herself that she could for many years. Okay? She wasn't stupid, but she was determined. I would say it's more determination than anything, especially with the bottom of the deck coming out as, which is the foundation of this reading, and what is really in the foundation of them energetically, what it could have been, and also what it could be right now, okay, is a 10 of Swords and the karmic masculine with the snake, backstabber, and accident card. I have a lot to say about that. Because the 10 of Wands is about a load on your back, and you just cannot wait to get to the marketplace in the distance just to lay these wands down. It's burden. It's burdensome. It's about all of these extra responsibilities now. Okay, she entered into the relationship and accepted him as her husband, knowing full well, okay, that this was going to be, it reminds me of Justin and Haley. I'm going to be honest with you. It reminds me of Justin and Haley. I think Haley knew good and well that Justin was a mess and that he was, basically a child, a teenager, a preteen, whatever age he was stunted at. Maybe 12, 13, 14. But, and so Haley knew she was going to have to hold him up, literally. She was going to have to make him function as a husband, make him function as a father. And not in the same ways, okay? Justin and Haley have their own set of things. Jayz and Beyonce have their own set of things. But there is something here about her feeling burdened by she got burned out by all of it. But she also, every single time she found something out, it added another brick on her. Another brick to carry. And okay, this is how I see Beyonce. Prior, when she was, when I was 15 years old and Destiny's Child came out with Bills, 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 I was all over that, okay? I fell off because I liked that era so much, okay? I think Beyonce was a divine feminine, but I think she was shaped by her mother and father, and not necessarily in good ways when it comes to choosing a partner in life. And I think that they may have influenced her to work it out somehow with Jayz. And I think the only person that tried to talk some sense into Beyonce was her sister, Solange. Now, the thing that Beyonce found out that added an extreme amount of weight was that she found out not only was he a snake and a backstabber, okay, but he caused accidents. And I mean that in the Merc sense. Is that how you're supposed to say it now on YouTube? That looked accidental. Mistresses of his, okay, that have gone away or have passed away. And it was all made to seem like an accident. And there's some kind of karmic tie. See, before I even started, well, I guess it was around 2012, 2013. No, maybe it was more about 2013. I started to look at their birth charts as an astrologer, and I saw them as royalty in a past life. I'll always see a recent past life, or at least, very least, a lifetime that is influencing their lifetime right now as Beyonce and Jayz. So they were definitely royalty. I know that for sure. I know it. I can feel it in me. So there are a lot of karmic lessons in this lifetime. He, Jayz, was the karmic masculine for all of these other women, but in a way, I gotta say it, he's also Beyonce's karmic masculine. Her divine masculine counterpart is out there somewhere. And I'm not giving Beyonce a break. But where do you see some of the things that are really going on in their relationship? And you tell me what you think and what you feel and perceive. So we have here the Page of Cups with expectation and corruption. To me, this feels very much like Beyonce trying to convince him to start a family. I don't think it was mutual. I think she wanted it. And she had those expectations. I think what I'm feeling here is a quid pro quo situation. And a lot of marriages are like this. They are transactional in some ways. I want to be with you and I want to marry you, but I don't want to have children. And the other one's like, well, I do want to have children, so I'll work and I'll make all the money, right? And then you have children with me. It's some kind of exchange like that. There was just a lot of emotional. I think he corrupted Beyonce's inner child and intuitive possibilities. That dreamer that's in her, that creative that's in her, was corrupted by this man. And she allowed it. She allowed it. So then we have the Judgment card coming out with Rising Star. And this depiction looks a hell of a lot like Beyonce. And Fear. This card, Fear. 772. she was going to divorce him at some point. She was going to divorce him. That could have been the straw that broke the camel's back. And he was like, we can start a family, but I need you to stay. But she definitely was making a lot of evaluations, okay? She was weighing the pros and cons of their connection, and she was going to, she was gonna, the rising star is in fear, and I need to make an absolute final decision, and I have to call upon my yin, my inner self, to awaken to the truth and to awaken to see in a way it's like awakening the spirits as well, to try to get answers on what she should do. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune came out with the Oracle card Karma and Grandparent Elder. I'm gonna say it again what I said before. This karmic masculine is definitely her she's been carrying a load about that. 10 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune is karma, and it came out with the karma card. So it's like karma, 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 chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. It's good fortune, right? The Wheel of Fortune is good fortune. It's things moving as they should, so that it can equalize a situation, because it's too far this way or too far this way. So there was also a connection to her. It could be either of them, but the ancestors here. And it going back to what I said in the beginning about there being this sort of, she would call it a curse in her family line, husband cheats on wife kind of thing. And she has a lot of cyclical cyclical karmic situations that seem to be occurring, especially right now. Unexpected events are happening with Jayz and this lawsuit thing too, and he's paying for it. It's karmic retribution, because she's like, oh, this is so fucking weird. She's like happy. She's like half happy that he's being caught in things. And but at the same time, there is a level of, there is that part of her that's like, that's my husband though, you know? But if I were being drugged and abused inside of a relationship, I kind of would want my captor to go to prison and relish the entire legal process of it all. Now, when I said that the karmic masculine came out, now the divine masculine came out with the 7 of Cups and the con man card. how I interpret this is that this could even represent 7 different people who he may have done something to in order to silence them in a permanent way. And Beyonce does not want to be linked to that type of karma because she knows what it means. She is horrified by it. And perhaps that's the beginning. That seems to be like the beginning of her being sedated by him, physically sedated, so that she wouldn't. She was like going crazy. I can feel that. What are you going to do about this? How could you do this to a human life? That kind of thing. And how I'm seeing it is that he is also portraying himself to be the divine masculine to her, and he has since day one. So it's very insidious of him to convince her, to gaslight her into believing that he has changed for her, and all of the things that gripped her about him, she was not able to let go of, even in the light of all of this discovery. And I think that is so relatable. It's to me, it is. I'm like, yeah. How many ops you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body. I'm John Stockton. Yeah, but he is moonlighting as a divine masculine, and then he really at the end of the day is karmic masculine. I did not know that this was going to turn into a reading about her and not him, but there's some kind of precedence here. Even in the beginning, when I said Jayz and Beyonce, I wanted to put Beyonce. It felt natural for me to put Beyonce's name first, and I didn't do it because I always put the man's name before the woman. I'm sort of like weird and traditional like that. Like, you'll always see me put, like, if I do any celebrity couples, I'm gonna put the man's name first. So there's a lot of cloudiness going on inside of their relationship. He has convinced her that he is her divine counterpart, and but he's not. She sees him almost as if he is this spiritual prophet and God. She puts him on a pedestal. I'm not going to lie. And I think it even goes over in her head. Like, I don't think that she really fully feels the impact that she's made in the world. It's a very strange thing. That's a very strange thing. I think maybe as human beings, we're not designed to think of things like that. Yeah, evolution hasn't really given us a remedy or an ability in our brains to conceptualize it. So it goes into, and this is where I'm like, this is insane. I want to have kids again, right? This thing comes up. This theme comes up again, and I think that this is the point where they had the twins. And people around Beyonce and Jayz were canoodling, or not canoodling. They were having these little sessions of talking about their concerns about Beyonce, because they were saying things like she's not even present. He's been drugging her, okay? And people are concerned. People are very concerned. They tried to initiate an intervention somehow. They were trying to access her creativity. This could have been like a creative team or something. Studio stuff. And they didn't know what to do. Yeah, 10-10. I keep seeing 10-10. Come on, Beyonce, let's go out. Let's have an adventure. She thought that that's what the babies, what the pregnancy would inspire within her. But she's already being controlled. I don't understand how this could be going on exactly. It's a little strange for me. There's a lot of repeating cards that are coming up about ancestors and ancestry and grandfather, grandmother. About grandma, grandpa, ancestors, grandparent, elder. We have here, the curse, the family, bloodline, family lineage, and ancestors. This tower, this tower moment that they're having is wild. The lawsuit definitely caused this. Somebody's using somebody as a weapon, or is weaponizing and using the ancestors or their bloodline, or maybe Beyonce is well aware of this so-called curse, and it's being like punched into her. Not literally, but like it's being used as a weapon to control her in some way. This is really weird. His constant talking to her about why things are the way that they are speak to her spiritual nature, and the two of them are very spiritual people, or do consider themselves to be spiritual people. But at the same time, he's using something in regards to this family line against her. He's using it to control her. He's using it as a weapon. But there is this tower moment that's occurring, and it's the house of the Carters is falling. They are on shaky ground right now. Now we get to the Fool with pathway and abuse and neglect. That's what's happening. That's what's been happening. The Fool and the pathway show me that there's hope, right? Not in their relationship, but there's hope in her starting a new journey and leaving his ass. Yeah, new beginnings, fearlessness, fresh hope. I think maybe Jayz makes good in the lawsuit. I mean, we believe victims here on this channel, but there could be some kind of victory about it. But can we go down a new path? Can we start new? We just had this victory, and then it's like back to the same stuff. Him drugging her. There's abuse. There's neglect. There's cheating. The Ace of Swords. So mental clarity is not there. Mental clarity is not there. How many times do I have to say it? No access, blocked, drama, acting, and the Ace of Swords. So, ideas, visions, communication. There's something going on here with somebody wearing a mask, because there are masks in this drama and acting card. Somebody wearing masks. Somebody literally physically blocking another person. Ooh! First of all, this made me immediately think of the elevator thing that happened between Solange and Jayz. Yep. Because this person in the blocked, no access blocked, is throwing fists and trying to protect. I feel like it's a trying to protect. I'm blocking you from my sister. I'm blocking you from my sister. He put on a good show, though. He wears many masks, not just one. Success in that the facade is being believed even by Beyonce, who has seen and has all this evidence of her husband doing actual crimes. Not the cheating stuff between consenting adults, but I think cheating should at the very least be an infraction. It won't, but I'm just kidding. Aces. So then we get into the last set of cards, which is also giving me, it's reinforcing. He's a hit it and quit it guy. He moves into things very quickly. He targets very quickly. This is a man who knows what he likes, but right after he's done, see ya. I'm out of here. Very charming. He's very charming towards Beyonce too. That's the thing. That's the thing about him. But it's also coming out with work, labor, and efforts premeditated. Work, labor, efforts, and premeditated with the Knight of Wands. All of his encounters, right? All of his encounters are thought about. He moves in quickly, but he thinks about it. He thinks about it a lot, and he feels as though he has worked very hard at covering these things up and blinding her to them, but he really hasn't. Yeah, there's something here about also it's weird to say premeditated and then say impulsive. Those two things don't seem to go together. Not in this scenario, anyway. But there's I really feel like he's being proud of his accomplishments when it comes to silencing all of his mistresses. I also feel like this is confirmation, perhaps, that there were some minors involved. And I hate saying that, but I do believe that that's true. It's easy to think that way, especially when you see Jayz's involvement with Diddy. It's very easy to say something like that. But yeah, this is all premeditated. This is all like he has such a way of controlling every single person in the room. It's very strange. He is a very powerful man. So this doesn't shock me, but I'm very afraid for her. I don't think that she's the greatest person at all. I think she's human, and I'm not trying to make her out to be a saint, but I'm seeing that this marriage is one-sided. She actually loves him, and he loves power and control over her. I don't love that. Yeah, this is a very burdensome time in their lives. Their marriage has been pretty shaky for a while. And the lawsuit that's happening is also kind of weird because apparently he has settled with women who he has hurt in some way. He settles. So I don't know why this case would be going through. But I had a thought earlier. Okay, I had this thought earlier, and this is the strangest thing because this came directly from Spirit, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense though. So maybe some of you can chime in on this or at least, give me a nuanced suggestion about this. I feel like Jayz might have paid the victim to go to the law firm and press charges against him. Now hear me out. That sounds crazy. I know. But it's all because there's going to be no evidence that she has, and then he is going to be the victor. I would not put it past some of, I would not put it past Jay-Z, and I would not in any way put this past a lawyer, a defense attorney. So, yeah. If you have anything to say about it, great. If not, that's okay too. This was a lot. I appreciate you being here and listening to this. I probably will do another one on this if it is of any interest, or if you want me to answer a very specific question about Jay-Z and Beyonce and Jay-Z, please do it. Ask me. I'm an open book. I like getting suggestions. I usually try to follow through on them. I have followed through on a few, but I definitely want you guys to let me know if you like this one. I'm very scared for Beyonce, but I think that she's really planning I think she's planning to get away, but I don't really know how that can happen if she's like drugged all the time. Maybe there's some kind of weird method that Jay-Z has. And so, like, for a certain period of time throughout the day, she's not cloudy and being, numbed and sedated. I don't know. I'm sending you guys so much love now, and